Hola muchachos, ladies and gentlemen, another video here, back-to-back daily videos. Today I'm going to talk about artificial intelligence and how it might affect us and how it might not, and the opportunities that it gives us from a different perspective, maybe my perspective. It's all about the perspective as we go through this hero's journey we call life. There's different stages, and hopefully we should end on transcending and realizing that there's no suffering. Suffering is a decision, right? And that's the big question. Is AI going to bring in more suffering? And what is suffering, right? Do we need suffering? Remember, these videos, I'm just freestyling, making it up as we go along, cherry-picking subjects off the tree of knowledge. And I think artificial intelligence, language models, is super exciting, but also not exciting at all. And I'll explain that to you. Like ChatGPT, amazing, right? And there's updates every other month. It's ChatGPT 3 and 4 and 5, and it can draw and it can code and it can do so many things. As an ex-coder, started in the late 90s, writing software, spending, I want to say millions, but probably thousands of hours on sites like Stack Overflow, copy pasting, even traveling far to get books and going to meetings to share information about upcoming libraries of wonder. Now you got an assistant in ChatGPT that can write code from words. You could, as a software developer, it'd be relatively easy to write snippets of code in any language now. And I mean, kids are using it for homework, companies are using it for customer support. And I think in life, it's all about agency. Who has agency, right? And this is what it made me realize, looking at this, going first in awe and wonder, or how incredible it is. How incredible is ChatGPT and all the other language models, because there's a lot. And by the way, these language models soon will be compressed in size to a point where they can literally be on your mobile phone running offline, which is kind of incredible. So we're going to see, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things up in the air that I want to talk about. But if we go back a little bit of the awe and wonder of something like ChatGPT and the latest version that draws and generate audio and video and has information and intellect on pretty much every subject. You could even have ChatGPT invent your own scripting language with its own syntax, and it's incredible, right? But I think what I realized is, because there's something that puts us apart, which is interesting, because it's consciousness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is not intelligence, right? Intelligence is something completely different. And when we dabble and move forward with intelligence, we fill ourselves up with intelligence, we are less conscious, you know. That is the truth. Consciousness is about being aware of your current position, right? Your current position and your current perspective, which is always in need of adjustment, right? And now that intellect is free and available through something like ChatGPT, my message is that we spend time on figuring out what consciousness is. And I think we, as humans, what puts us apart is that somehow, and stay with me here, boys, because we're getting a little spiritual, us humans are a little bit telepathic, you know. And I think it's been proven that animals can communicate through some kind of consciousness, not using words, right? Can communicate things. So I think we spent, I have a theory that humans through our evolution have had different stages of consciousness, and because of the way we work and set ourselves up, and we change this agency our agency over different things, emotions and actions change every day, every week, every year. And in our consciousness too, our greater consciousness, which is bigger than the individual, right? Which is transcends even the ages and the individual. That's an opportunity that we have now. But then when you think, I want to get a little bit sci-fi here. Science fiction. Any science fiction fans here? Because the whole idea of having your own AI and us having AIs communicating, you see, I'll have my assistant and you'll have your assistant, and they'll be creating our own reality. Maybe I don't want to see you directly or get your information directly. I want my AI's version, I want my AI to curate it for me, so I don't get upset, right? And that's the thing, how are we going to use AI? Are we going to use AI not to struggle? Not to struggle? How do we get to the point? Because we get to the point where we transcend, where we transcend to some greater consciousness, is where we realize that we don't need to suffer. We don't need to suffer. That's a decision that we make. Can AI help us do that? Or will we use AI to just entertain ourselves to death? Like, imagine a TikTok like feed AI could provide with you, like perfect entertainment that don't even exist, right? You'd be watching movies and being in a community that is not real, right? But I think AI is like humans. We got a new breed of intelligence on this planet now. It's AI, and I think language models are open source now, and language models are going to be available smaller and smaller, and they're going to be available in greater and greater numbers, and going to be running in places that you least expected, infiltrating everything. And we're going to have language models spitting out new language models giving birth to custom language models, training offline. But I think what I think, and this is where we get into science fiction, where it could get a little scary or not. This is my pitch on this for today. If we get tech integrated with our bodies, as we already do, it's incredible, right? I feel like a few years back when I was a teenager, you had to write letters. Now you can go direct and have something buzzing in someone's pocket immediately and endlessly, every minute, every second, right? That's incredible. Such a change. But this is the whole question of us having agency over what we do, and having agency takes so much discipline and us getting through some kind of struggle. But also I feel like that struggle could be eased with AI. AI could help us, guide us. If we use AI, AI is able to make the right decisions. It's funny because AI is, I'm going to be all over the place, but imagine AI having all the human intellect and conditions and traits. So what is really only trying to figure out is which ones that you have, right? Like a psychologist that's aware of all the different personalities. He's just trying to figure out which one you have, what does make you special, right? And then, because this, all right, I'm going to all over the place. This point of being conscious, right, which I think is very human, us being conscious in a very human way, that I think has something to do with some kind of telepathy between us, some kind of quantum mechanic communication that computers are not able to do. Computers are not able to be telepathic, to connect to this greater consciousness. So I think it's important we go there. That is where we need to be. And yeah, that's the whole question. Because there's going to be so many different AIs, and in the end of the day, it's probably going to be the big corporations that's going to provide us with the most popular brands, right? Because they will have the they'll be able to do the best 3D, the best sounds, the best music, the best of all of that makes your dopamine flow, right? But that's the question, if we're able to break free and then take ownership of our own hardware and our own software, which I don't think we will. You know, that's the great disappointment, me being on this planet, watching people giving away their freedom, because we get addicted to everything we do, right? And if we let AI just give us an easy fix, that's not going to be good, because we lose agency over our, we don't have freedom if we have addiction, right? So does that make sense? AI, gentlemen, AI, nanobots, they're coming too. Artificial intelligence, right? They're like humans, little pods that we got to take care of and use the right way. But yeah, I would only find them useful for writing emails or writing code or controlling advanced technology. What I'm saying is intelligence is now worthless, and consciousness is going up in value. Invest in consciousness, and let's make sure that we do that by picking chores that are not easy and having agency over ourselves. It's all about agency. Who has the agency over our behavior, emotions, and our general form? Enough. I'm going to finish it here. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully you guys are staying fit and firm. What do you think? AI, is it going to go and destroy us all? Or are we going to use it to transcend into some greater consciousness? I think we have that opportunity. I think that would be very nice if humans could transcend into some greater consciousness, and we wouldn't have to spend so much time with intelligence. Intelligence might be overrated. All right, so I'm going to finish it here. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Health is wealth. Much love. We're done. We're done. We're done. I'll be back tomorrow.